Hi, have you ever wondered why there are hundreds of articles on internet argue that internet are bad for mental health, while the others saying that internet bring more benefits than newspaper? If so, let us explain to you. Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone who's watching. We are from Group 2 of AM228 4F. We'll present to you the impact of internet society, upper hand or setback. Before we begin, I would like to introduce all of you to my group members, including myself. My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Jusoh as one of the presenter for this group. The next presenter is the second presenter, which is Nurul Syafiqah Syahira Muhammad Sabri. Third presenter, Nur Haziqah Yusni. Fourth presenter, Muhammad Hafiy, Zulkifli, and last but not least, Nur Ayunie Athirah Muhammad Iswady. Without further ado, let us begin. Nowadays, internet has provenly bringing a lot of benefits to the society, and sometimes it is considered as compulsory for students, workers, and society, especially after COVID-19 has invaded the entire world. It pushes humanity to adapting to the new norm, but there are also research which proving internet would bring a lot of negative side effect. In our thesis statement, we believe in both pros and cons. Internet has greatly influenced academic achievement, economic, political, medical, and social lifestyle. The first pros will be explained by Syafiqah.
To begin with, I will start with the impact of the internet communication on social interaction. The first main idea we can state here is from the beginning of the internet, it was clear that the interaction taking place online was a new form of social interaction. For example, interaction nowadays often happen through media social such as WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and so on. Next, one argument showed that the internet allowed ideas to circulate to a wide audience and thus help entrepreneurs with good ideas find capital and bring expertise to bear on marketable products and services. For example, in this new modern era, we can say that many entrepreneurs have taken a chance to promote and selling their products through the online platforms such as Lazada and Shopee, as it brings more potential buyers and benefits for them. Besides, there is no shared physical space to disrupt, or there is no implicit social contract, and there are a few social interaction rituals to prevent individuals from being rude when delivering their response. Other than that, few studies have cultivated the notion that for many individuals, online communication has facilitated face-to-face communication with current relationship and sometimes with new relationship, because with a wide range of online communication now, people are always trying to engage more and socialize more with their circle of family and friends, and also finding a new mutual online. Thus, internet social support is superior to face-to-face social support, as online social support offers benefits that face-to-face social network cannot: anonymity, constant access to better quality expertise, and enhanced mode of expression with less chance of embarrassment and without incurring an obligation to the support provider. For example, social interaction in online learning can help to increase student engagement, motivation, and can help improve student performance. Next, the second main idea is that online social interaction is one form of role play and thus an element in the development of the self. To support the main idea, there was a study that claimed the children of the internet generation are already way ahead of their parents and many other adults who do not yet understand what the internet is or how it works. Next, although students can interact with others when they are on the internet, they are often able to choose with whom they wish to interact and how they want to manage it. For example, with the innovation of the technology in media social, there is a setting of the application that allow us as a user to choose who we wish to interact and vice versa. Other than that, according to a study, the best critic of the possible pitfall are often the individual side as being more supportive of online interaction. As he warns, everywhere we go, we can tap into the community with a cell phone, a personal digital assistant, and a modem of a satellite dish. To add the statement, similarly, there is a warning that when the technology itself grows powerful enough to make the illusion increasingly realistic as the net promises to do within the next 10 to 20 years, the necessity for continuing to question reality grows even more acute. Therefore, based on the point given, it explains the impact of the internet on the future generation, where the internet is used as a primary source of the communication, the local center of schoolwork and the research, the main sources of the entertainment, and the primary medium for the development of the contemporary issue.
Next, another advantages of internet is the main idea is in medical field. Internet have become the ultimate frontier to access information for health provider. To support this main idea, we can say that there were so many doctors from all over the world can share their expertise, clear doubt, seek opinion from other doctors, and learn the better techniques of performing an operation. For example, using the internet, there were usually an online conference among all the doctors all around the world that will be sharing their expertise among the others. Next, they form groups and carry on discussion and debates on clinical cases, operation, research technique, and career opportunities. For example, via this conference, they will learning more about other new methods that can be used in their field, and also they can make a comparing and researching together that undoubtedly will bring new innovation to the venture. Other than that, it can also help the doctor who remain and practice in smaller cities and rural areas. It was because those who live in small area and rural use well by the doctors, so by using the internet, it may be help them to find a right solution. Last, via the internet, it also helped them to consult a specialist sitting at any distance by providing him all image and data online and eliminate the risk involved and save the time and money spent on travel. Next, the second point is the internet has achieved new relevance as a political tool. For example, the communication technologies such as email, website, and podcasts are delivering a message to a large audience very faster than earlier. Next, it also can be supported due to the internet. People in general and employers in particular were able to watch and listen to the speech in online television channel by sitting in their own places. Besides, to add with the innovation of the technology, people will not have a problem to watch this show easily whenever or wherever they are. Furthermore, individual political candidates are also using the internet to promote their election campaign. One situation that we can take as an example is when the term of election started, the political party usually will use every social media to express their party manifesto and also to bring more interest to people. Last, we can say that via the internet, this has allowed a low-cost yet an efficient method to mobilize voters and increasing participation among various voter population. Therefore, based on the point given, is explained the impact of internet in our life. Because of the power of internet, we can continue our work even though we have some difficulty. So here it can be seen that internet gives more benefit rather than disadvantages.
Next, I would like to bring all of you to the backside of the internet use. Firstly, negative economic outcomes of the internet use. The negative outcomes of internet use in the economic field often have to do with one's working or academic life and relate to education and employment in the cost-spending fields model. On the other hand, internet use often leads to neglect of work and school duties, and work pressure might well increase because of the internet. Outcomes with direct financial consequences relate to property resources. These outcomes are most often associated with specific internet activities, such as online shopping or gambling. For example, when avid online shoppers spend too much money or perform unplanned buying that does not fit the monthly budget, it could lead to forced foregoing of other pastime activities, including social activities with family or friends. Gambling could have more severe consequences, including getting into debt. Secondly, the negative impact of the internet use on social. In the literature, social consequences of internet use are often linked to social networking and mostly relate to personal networks within the social field. For example, there are studies on the influence of social media used on existing social ties or relationships, indicating that this internet activity enhances an individualization process or weakens existing social ties. Other studies indicate that social media use leads to neglect of social activities, sacrificing of real-life relationship, loneliness, and other such negative outcomes. Negative outcomes also come about in everyday life situations. Annoyance caused when someone is occupied with the mobile phone at the family dinner table. Such outcomes can be perceived as negative, though not as detrimental as the weakening of existing social ties. Similarly, negative outcomes in formal or political networks can also be placed on this field.
The next article that I have reviewed entitled Negative and Positive Impact of Internet Addiction on Young Adults. Aside from the previous presenter, I will give another negative impact of the internet on society, as this article focuses more on the negative impact rather than positive one. I have emphasized the two main ideas through this article. Firstly, heavy internet users were shown to be significantly more likely to be overweight body mass index, have hypersomnia, and have adverse effect on their studies. The authors, Shuhail and Biggis 2006 claims that the adverse effect would be migraine or headache, less sleep and backache because of long duration hours of internet usage. Other than that, sleep patterns are also disrupted due to the late night login, which resulted to excessive fatigue, impairing academic or decreasing occupational performance, and also may decrease the immune system, leaving the addict prone to disease. According to Young 2004, sitting at the computer for longer hours also means that addicts are at higher risk in developing carpal tunnel syndrome, which it is caused by pressure on the median nerve. The carpal tunnel is a narrow passageway surrounded by bones and ligament on the palm side of our hand. The previous studies also have found that excessive internet use brings several physical problems such as backache and other body ache after internet users spend a long time on the internet. This is because they tended to stay awake just to surf the internet and neglected their sleeping hours, which can lead to unhealthy habits for their body and health. The second main idea is stated by Young 2010 that many employers have recognized that unlimited use of the internet by employees has the potential to reduce rather than to enhance productivity. A study conducted by Landers and Lansbury 2004 in testing personality traits with internet usage suggested that the negative relationship between work drive and internet usage may simply reflect that internet users who spend a lot of time on the internet do so at the expense of time that could be spent on studying hard and giving extra effort to get good grades. Moreover, the significant negative correlation between work drive and percentage of internet time classified as leisure supports that the notion and internet usage is motivated by non-work activities. In this case, employees who engage in non-essential internet usage can lead to have a bad work ethics.
Bacon, Wenzel and others 2009 studied on internet addiction among Norwegian adults and found that unsatisfactory financial situation is one of the factors that associated with internet addiction. Due to the internet usage, some of the respondents may be surfing internet for personal purpose during working hours, and up the workers need to work overtime to finish their work, and it can result to bad performance of work as they need to rush for the deadline. In nutshell, it can be seen that internet may harm the people if it be used uncontrollably, as it can lead to the addiction and serious problems for the individuals, particularly to the young generation who are at the time of growing their mental and physical health.
To conclude it is safe to say the internet has both pros and cons, which are necessary in order to maintain the society behaviors and lifestyle. It is because without cons, society will only investing all their times and work to only internet and will cause a loss in other fields. Hence, the use of internet is very important, but we must be careful in using it. Otherwise, we will bear the consequences. And that's all for this video presentation. And I would like to say special thanks to our Madam Fatin Aliyah Hassan and all the audience. See you and goodbye.